is up, YouTube? Brandon Relkam here today with my final video for 2022. This last video will be a cassette collection video. Over the course of 2022, I have gained so many great additions to both my CD and cassette collections, and I've just been extremely happy to show them off on my YouTube channel. So to all those who have watched and liked those videos, thank you so much. There will be more to come in 2023, and I will not drag out any kind of end of the year spiel. So during this video I will be playing a Soul Grinder Zine Chronicles Homage compilation CD. This compilation CD was put out by Soul Grinder Zine as well as Thrashback Records. This contains so many killer metal bands from all over the area. Right off the bat, I can recognize a few of the bands on this track listing. For example, The Donner Party, Video Massacre, Fatal Agent, Chains of Belmont, Paralysis, Dick Vomit, and Catharsis. If my assumption is correct, the Catharsis on the CD is the same band that I have a cassette compilation from. I featured that cassette in one of my previous cassette collection videos, so go check that video out if you so desire. So, before I head into this video, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to turn on post notifications so you will not miss any videos that I upload. And let's jump right into this. To kick things off, we have a cassette copy of GWAR's live album called Scumdogs Live. Or actually, no, Scumdogs XXX Live, if we want to get specific. I got this as a Christmas present this year. This is a live album that was recorded during a GWAR live stream back in, I want to say maybe 2020. But it was one of those cases where a band did a live stream and played a whole set so people could quote-unquote see them. You know, live music wasn't happening a whole lot in 2020 and even going into 2021 a little bit, so bands got creative, and this is an example of that. There's so many of GWAR's hits on this live album, like The Salaminizer, Sick of You, Black and Huge, Maggots, and Slaughterama. So yes, this has tons of great GWAR songs performed live. Obviously, it's got Lothar on vocals since Odorous passed back in 2014, but I think Lothar is still a pretty sick vocalist. Recently, I got some goodies from the vocalist of the punk band I play in called the A-Knots. The vocalist brought me a cassette copy of Corrosion of Conformity's album called Blind. Also got a CD copy of their album called Wise Blood and a DOD delay pedal. This is a cassette that was put out back in 1991 by Relativity Records. So this is a very fine addition to my collection. I love Corrosion of Conformity. Back on November 26th, 2022, I saw some bands play up in Allentown, Pennsylvania, and Electrocutioner was one of them. I bought this cassette copy of their False Idols demo. I also got a patch and a t-shirt from them. This demo contains 3 songs on top of 3 synth interlude tracks. The tracks that have names are Avenger, there's a title track, and then there is a cover of Buried Alive by Venom. Electrocutioner is an amazing up-and-coming thrash metal band hailing from New York. Check out their 48 Hours Till Termination EP if you haven't done so already. Amazing thrash metal that cannot be ignored. At the same show, I bought another cassette, but it wasn't from any of the bands that played that night. It just so happened that the people who helped organize the gig were selling some cassette tapes, and Disembowel's Dramatic Decay demo is one of them. This demo originally came out back in 2016, and right here I have a Headsplit Records 2017 reissue in this really killer red shell. Disembowel is a death metal band from Portland, Oregon that fans of Autopsy would enjoy. So if you're a fan of Autopsy, check out this demo. It's got quite a bit of positive reviews. What would a cassette collection video be without some shameless self-promotion? Right here, I am holding a cassette copy of a rehearsal I recorded during a band practice with my thrash metal band Influenza. Just so happened that this rehearsal was recorded on July 26th, 2022. I wanted to get another rehearsal on cassette tape. The first one that I got on tape being the Dangerous and Contagious rehearsal demo that Influenza put out back in June of 2021. Unless I say otherwise, this is not to be considered official Influenza discography. This is something mainly just for my personal collection. You see this? I drew that. I drew that on a piece of paper, took a photo of it, digitized it, and used it as artwork for this J card. I had originally drawn another skull with long hair, an iron cross on the forehead, razor sharp teeth, and the jack-o'-lantern eyes, if you will, but I made the mistake of doing that on lined paper. Now, if you try to digitize something that was drawn on lined paper, you're either going to have something that looks like a complete mess or something that you're going to have to take more time to Photoshop, and I just don't have the patience for that, so I had to do another drawing, which I find to be kind of disappointing because the first drawing looked a lot more scratchy and unrefined when compared to this, but this will have to do. And I'm not a great artist, so this is pretty much the magnum opus of my drawings, and that's kind of sad. I have to keep refocusing this because of the lighting, if you can tell already. There's a funny story with this. During the first track, a string on my guitar broke. The guitar I was playing had a Floyd Rose tremolo on it, and anybody who knows the first thing about tremolos, more specifically Floyd Rose tremolos, knows that your guitar can go out of tune really easily when you've got one of those things on there. And if you've got a Floyd Rose on your guitar and a string breaks, well, your guitar goes out of tune. So I had to play the last, I want to say, quarter of the first song with a guitar that was out of tune, and I was trying to maneuver my hand around the fretboard to accommodate since the string broke and I couldn't use it. And it just sounds like a discombobulated mess, so a second take was recorded. Two of the songs on this tape are from, I shouldn't say are from, rather are songs that can be heard on the Dangerous and Contagious debut rehearsal demo. There's a song on here that has not yet been released. I'm excited for the day it can be released. And there's a song on here that can be found on the cassette version of Dangerous and Contagious. By the way, go grab yourself a cassette copy of Dangerous and Contagious if you haven't already. For fans of Exhumer, Morbid Saint, and some may even argue Razor. On July 23rd, 2022, the punk band I play guitar in called the A-Knots played a gig up in Allentown, Pennsylvania with several bands, one of them being Skullovich. I traded a cassette copy of the Influenza Dangerous and Contagious demo for this. This is Skullovich's first demo. It's a 2-track demo. And Skullovich is a blackened speed metal band out of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. The band likes to refer to themselves as dungeon metal. Fans of bands like Venom, Bastard Cross, and I'd even argue Hellripper and Midnight would probably enjoy this band. Check them out. Last but not least, we have Scorn Aesthetics from Patres. Patres is a French death metal band. This is a cassette copy of their first album. This was put out by Chaotoxin Records. Is there a date on this? I don't think there's a date. Maybe I don't know, I'll have in a pinned comment the exact year this cassette version came out. I don't remember off the top of my head, but fans of Deicide will like this band. So check them out if you're a fan of Deicide. I gave this cassette a listening and I really enjoyed it. I'd recommend it. That wraps it up for my final YouTube video for 2022. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, leave a like on it. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you in the new year.